Hi, I'm Jennifer Angel. Welcome back to Planets and Politics. Okay, so in my Planets and Politics series, we're going to cover all the main players. We're looking at, first of all, I'm having a look at their charts and their leadership quality. Like, how good really are they as a leadership? Like, what does the astrology chart say? Okay. And then as time goes forward, we're going to have a look at the transits and the predictive and the forecasts. All right. So that's going to be interesting. But for today, let's see what Kamala Harris has. So let's have a look at her chart. So just bear with me. I'm just going to share the screen. So here we go here. All right. So now, I think so. I mean, first of all, a chart reading can really take, when you do a full chart, just if you've never had your chart done, then I spend like 40 to 60 minutes preparing it beforehand. And to give a full chart, because there's many different layers to an astrological reading and an astrological forecast, and it can give like 90 minutes to give, right? So it's lots of different layers of information. So for today and for these leadership quick grabs, I'm just really looking at a few areas. So we're going to have a look at Kamala's sun, where her sun sits, her moon, and the rising. I'm going to explain this briefly too. So the sun, first of all, is more about the character. So, what is her character? So the moon represents how she operates emotionally. And then the rising, I hope I have her time right. I've got it here. She was born in Oakland, California. I've got the time is 9:28 p.m. And so that really dictates what sign the sun is rising over. And in her case, it's a Gemini. So let's go back to the sun. Her sun is in Libra. So the Libra sun, I mean, when you look back at the presidents over time, we have had a number of Libra presidents. And so it's not that unusual. It's not the strongest placement for a leadership, I must say. But, it can work. And of course, it depends on what else is going on in the chart. So it sits in her, what's called her fifth house. So you can see here on the chart, like over here, where she's got her rising, that depicts the first house. Now, each one of these little areas here represent a different area of life. So her sun here, you can see, is in the fifth house. The fifth house is a leadership area. It's ruled by the sun. It's occupied in the solar chart by Leo. So this really does help to strengthen her sun sign. All right, now there's a couple of different things here to go into. Right next to this, you'll see that Mercury, which is the thinking communication planet, is in Scorpio. So this can make her a little bit reactive. So this is my main concern personally about Kamala as a leader, because even though that does strengthen her leadership qualities here, this is like the communication planet in Scorpio. It's like strategic, which is good, but it can also be a little reactive, because let's go up here and have a look at her moon. And this is how she relates emotionally. And the moon sits in Aries. Now, I don't know about you, but I know a few people with the moon in Aries, and, when things don't go their way, then that moon is like, can lash out, because guess what? The Aries, which is ruled by Mars, is very assertive or aggressive. There's always two sides to the coin, right? So if it's assertiveness, it's fine. But if things don't go their way, this is my experience anyway, with the moon in Aries, it can get a little aggressive, a little impulsive, and couple that with this area down here with Mercury in Scorpio. That's a concern for me, because as a leader, we don't really want our leader to be rash and impulsive, right? And then over here with the rising in Gemini, that gives her a very good ability to understand, gather knowledge, and retain knowledge. It's like, earth signs like myself, Capricorn, we like to write everything down and get it, right on the script, where the Gemini, I mean, if the script finally goes or the teleprompter stops, then the Gemini can just keep talking. So that's a real plus. However, it's a dual sign, and so is Libra. And with the dual sign, you can get a little bit of a flip-flop, like will I or won't I? There's also an element here where she feels conflicted in. She likes to get advice from other people, but then she feels like, okay, if I ask advice, is that going to come off as a weakness? So I'll just go ahead and make the decision if she doesn't have the information. So this is like a challenge for her. It's a conflict in her chart. And that, to me personally, is a little bit disturbing as well for a leader. So over here, she's got a very good area with relationship, particularly with the love relationships. She does like a fair amount of freedom, but you make up your mind. Let's see what happens. This is all very new. So, I'm going to be talking about this much more as we go through. So stay with me. Let me know what you think down the bottom in the comments. If you're interested in having an astrological reading, then guess a lot right now through to the end of this month, July, I have 50% off. Okay. So all new clients. So, if you're not sure what session you want, then just book a discovery call with me and we can talk about it. I want to make sure that I provide you with the best session and information for you, what you need right now, so you can step into your most powerful self. Okay. All right. See you soon. Thanks for watching.